Hello, English teachers out there. I have an incident to share today with you. I teach one of the schools in the U.S. context, also at the university, and the school that I teach, um, I noticed an instance with the students the other day. I finished my class. I generally teach fourth, fifth, and sixth graders. And I finished my class and I took my students for the recess. The recess is the break time. The students generally get 15 to 20 minutes recess time so that they can play on the ground and do some fun activities. And the students were playing on the ground. I was just, observing students. It's of course the winter here, and two of the students were arguing. One of the students had a ball in its hand, and another student was asking for the ball. And I realized that the students were from different contexts. One student was from American context, and another student was from South Asian context. And the student from South Asian context was asking for the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the football, actually. And the students from U.S. context was, responding, "Hey, I don't have football. I have a soccer ball, right?" And this was really interesting because they argued for about 8 to 10 minutes. The students from South Asian context was asking for the football, and the students from American context was responding and defending, by answering, "Hey, I don't have football. I have a soccer ball, right?" That was They argued for long time, 10 to 12 minutes, and then our recess time finished, and we went to the class, and I tried to solve this problem in the classroom because they argued and they were not happy with an incident that happened on the playground, and they couldn't get enough time to play because they kept asking for the ball that they had, right? And then I asked why that happened and what was the problem on the ground. And one of the students replied, "Mr. Dhami," they called Mr. Dhami. "Mr. Dhami, I had a soccer in my hand. He kept asking for the football, so I didn't have football." And that was really serious for me because both of them were correct. As in the South Asian context, they call football, but in the American context, they call soccer, right? Football means in the U.S. context, football. The players play football by their hands, and that was not their fault. That was the fault of the English teachers, because English teachers did not make them aware of different Englishes around the world, and that was really hard for them to negotiate for the meaning on the playground. And to solve this problem, I tried to provide them the differences in Englishes around the world, and they were convinced. But this incident raised three questions. Number one, are the English teachers aware of Englishes spoken or used around the world? If they are aware of the Englishes, the plural ending es, how do they make their students aware of them or the Englishes around the world, particularly in the elementary, middle school, and high school? Number two, do our English language courses or curricula or the textbooks that we use in the classroom contain any of the World English informed activities for the students so that students get enough exposure to understand English. Number 3, do our professional development programs that we call PD, workshops, seminars that we conduct for the teachers, include World English informed activities or the task, so that teachers directly can use in their classrooms? What I think about it is totally opposite. I think much of the discourse about world Englishes, or the global English is what we call, is happening in theory only. The scholars talk in theory, but it's really difficult to get the activities that we can use in practice. The other day I was looking for the activities in different books. They talk about the theories, but it's really hard to take the activities to use in the classroom. And regarding this issue, or the world Englishes, I conducted a couple of studies during my teaching. One is in Nepal, where I surveyed 210 teachers, and they reported that they were really confident to use the local varieties of Englishes and world Englishes in the classrooms, or the English that they have in their own context, which is Nepali English, right? But they were really hesitant about sharing the activity that they particularly used in the classroom. And the second study that I am currently conducting in Bangladesh, I'm trying to understand the perceptions of the university teachers about using local Englishes, maybe South Asian Englishes, or their own Englishes, Bangladeshi English, right? And I need to see what the data says about it. But this is a challenge for all the English teachers, particularly for the English language textbook writers, or the researchers, those who are researching for the students and for on world Englishes particularly. And the challenge is not talking a lot about the theory on the world Englishes. It is very necessary to develop some activities and tasks so that the teachers in lower level, also elementary, high school level, teachers also can use in their classrooms, so that the teachers or the students particularly will be able to understand about the Englishes spoken in the world, and so that they will be able to negotiate for the meaning, and they don't have to face the same problems that my students faced on the playground. And the next thing is that the teachers, if they are not aware of it, and it is useless to talk about world Englishes time and again, right? So the teachers and ELT experts' duty is to develop the activities, and teachers can use those in the classroom. And this is very important for the students, because students come from different backgrounds, they have different contexts, they have different educational contexts, they have different geographical contexts, and they should know that what kind of English is spoken in different parts of the world. And for the teachers, I have a request. The request is, after you watch this video, please do not forget to comment how you are making the students aware of the Englishes in your classroom context. Are you developing some of the activities so that they will be aware of the Englishes spoken around the world, or you are not? You are just focusing on so-called standard English. Please do not forget to comment below in the comment section. Thank you for listening. Goodbye for now.